right, so are you ready to go deep? Today, we're diving into something pretty massive. Literally, the edge of the universe.
It doesn't get much bigger than that, does it?
Not really. And the excerpt we're looking at today, well, it throws out some really, really big questions about light, about boundaries, and about whether there are even IS, an end to, well, everything.
It's enough to make your head spin.
It really is.
Mm.
There's this one image, actually, from the excerpt that stuck with me. This idea of light, right? It's racing through the void for, like, millions of years. But maybe, and this is a big maybe it still hasn't even reached the edge of the universe yet. So, like, imagine, right? What if you hitched a ride on a beam of light? What do you think you'd see?
Well, first off, you'd need a pretty good spaceship.
Right. Some serious shielding from all that cosmic radiation.
Exactly. But even if you could somehow make that journey, the scale we're talking about, it's almost impossible for us to even grasp. And here's the thing. Light is fast. Unbelievably fast. But the universe itself, it's expanding. And get this, it might be expanding even faster than the speed of light.
Hold on. Faster than light. That means, like, we could never, ever reach the edge, even if there was one.
It's possible. Reaching a theoretical edge, if it even exists, might be physically impossible.
That's kind of a downer. So it's like we're on this cosmic treadmill, right? Running as fast as we can, but we're never, ever going to get anywhere.
It's a good analogy, and that's not even the weirdest part.
Okay, lay it on me. What's weirder than an infinite cosmic treadmill?
Well, the excerpt talks about a cosmic abyss. Basically, a region in space that absorbs light. It reflects nothing back.
Okay, that sounds kind of terrifying. Is that like a black hole situation? Or is this something else entirely? Something even weirder?
It's a fantastic question, and it really highlights how much we still don't know. Like, we can imagine a cosmic abyss as this super dense region, right, with such intense gravity or some other property, something we can't even imagine, that it just traps light.
Could be a black hole, yeah.
But it might also be something totally distant, something we haven't even begun to theorize about.
So it's like a giant cosmic mystery box.
Yeah.
That's both terrifying and incredibly exciting.
It makes you wonder, right? Like, how much of the universe can we actually even see? How much is hidden in these abysses?
It's a good question. We might only be seeing a tiny fraction of what's actually out there.
Okay, so let's shift gears for a second. The excerpt mentions some pretty wild theories about the universe's shape. Like, one that really grabbed my attention was this idea of a closed universe, one that, like, loops back on itself.
A cosmic donut?
Basically, so if you travel far enough in one direction, you'd end up right back where you started. It's like some crazy level in a video game.
It really is. And that idea, it ties right back into what the excerpt was saying about boundaries and illusions, right? Like, imagine a flatlander. A two-dimensional being. If they lived on the surface of a sphere, they wouldn't have any concept of up or down. Their world, to them, would just go on forever.
Okay, I think I'm following. So we might be like those flatlanders, right? We're trapped in our three-dimensional perception. Maybe we can't fully grasp the true shape of reality because our brains just aren't wired for it.
So even if there is an edge, we might not even recognize it.
Precisely.
Okay, I'm definitely going to need a minute to process all of that, but hold on, because the excerpt, it throws out another big one, the multiverse.
Yes. Infinite universes, all existing alongside our own.
Which means what? There could be an infinite number of versions of us out there, living out all sorts of different lives.
It's a real head trip, isn't it? And some physicists, they take the idea of the multiverse very seriously. It fits in, with this idea that what we observe, well, it might not be the whole picture. There could be entire realities just beyond our perception that follow completely different laws of physics. Maybe they're unfolding in ways we can't even begin to imagine.
Okay, yeah, this deep dive is officially making my head spin. But wait, there's one last thing. The excerpt, it ends with this massive question. What if there is no end? What if the universe itself is just an illusion? I mean, come on. It makes you question everything, doesn't it?
It does.
So let's take a step back for a second, okay? Let's try to make sense of all this. We've gone deep into the mystery of the universe's edge, or maybe the lack of an edge. We've talked about how our own perception could be blocking us from seeing the full picture, and we've touched on some really, really mind-bending theories about what the universe might actually look like. This closed universe idea, and of course, the multiverse.
And as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with one final thought, something to really ponder. If we even entertain the possibility, right, that the universe, as we see it, is just an illusion, what does that even mean for us? for our place in it? Could there be other realities right outside our grasp that are shaping our existence? And if that's true, well, what does that say about everything we think we know? About physics, about life, about, well, everything.
Yeah, I think that's a question we're all going to be wrestling with for a while.
It's a big one.
Is
But
that?
sometimes the biggest questions are the most important ones to ask.
I couldn't agree more.